Okay, welcome to the Tech and Talk. With me, Panagis Leonardo. I will how to do Dualboot with Windows and Linux. First, Linux Inside, and now this is a virtual machine of VirtualBox Manager. And for the first time, you will need to create new virtual machine. Click Next and type name of Windows 7. This is the best of virtual machine. Okay, next, just click next. I hit next again and next again, and for the size, I use the default 25 GB. And just click start. Just click the ISO file or click start. Okay, first click of the best view screen. You know the ISO like a disk, like disk to installation. And the starting Windows now. Okay, welcome to installation wizard for the Windows 7, and you choose the country, but I use the default. Next and I hit install now, and setup is starting now. You know, I just click, if you read and click next, like custom advanced for the partition, and click next. So this step, the copying Windows file, opening Windows file, installing Twitter and ADCs take a few minutes, like a 15 or 20 minutes. And so I pause the video for easily use. You can waiting for the step. Starting update and this reboot now. This automatically reboot, or you can click reset now. And the Dualboot boot again, and don't press any key because I wanna reboot from my hard disk, because if you press it can be boot from the CD and you know installing for the first time again. And set up is updating registry of settings. So the setup is starting again, and finally completing the installation. Just take a few minutes again. If you know when you're waiting for the step, you can make a cup of coffee for your friend, and now reboot again. And again, you don't press any key, and Windows is starting again normally. And the setup is preparing your computer for the first use, because this is the first installation of the Windows. And you can type your name of computer, and this I type my name is this. Click next, and I don't create any password, and next, and ask me later for the update. And I change the time where I am. I come from Jakarta, click next, and public networks default. So this is finally, and welcome to your desktop of Windows 7. This is part of Windows 7. And now the time for the installation, the Ubuntu. And you can like click device and change the DVD ISO with the ubuntu 11.10. And just click restart for the boot, shutting down to Windows 7. So I approve this like Ubuntu user interface, and this Ubuntu installation just take a few minutes. Okay, just click install Ubuntu, and please don't connect to the internet. Disconnect your connection, because if you connect, click next, you will updating automatically. And install Ubuntu alongside Windows 7. This is automatically partition if you don't partition, you will choose the lastest choice. Okay, now just click continue. You can undo this operation, yes, and just where you come from. In this tab, I come from Jakarta, you click continue. My keyboard layout, I use the universal and click continue. And I type my identity with Aziz and create password like people Aziz, it don't care about short or long your password, just for login continue. It can take a few minutes again, yeah. Waiting for the step, and the installation is complete, and just restart now your PC and click and poof. Instead you can press enter. I press enter, and now we'll restart the system, boot again, and Tara, this is the Dualboot interface. Ubuntu with Windows 7 is the latest, and check the Ubuntu. And now we see, oh, this is normally for login to Ubuntu, and this end of the step. Okay, thank you for the first step, and now we'll back with for another reason, check and tour with the how to build Dualboot Windows and Linux, but install Windows inside the Linux. For the first time, you will need installation the Ubuntu. I type Dualboot for the name, and just type Linux for the Ubuntu. Click next, and just click next again and next again. And the PDI I create next again and next again. For the default, I choose 20 GB. And now this is information and click start. Choose the ISO file you would do it. Start, and again fill the full screen for the best view. And this, welcome to the installation of Ubuntu. Unlike before, just click install Ubuntu, but this time you will partition manually. Yes, you disconnect your connection, you want the fastest installation, and put something else for the partition manually, because if you don't partition, it can be installed in Windows. Just click continue. Now click space and add. Now you can default for Ubuntu installation, and I change like 8 and extension 4, and the mom point is blank, and click OK. Okay, this partition, and again I create the swap area, but this 3 GB width swap area, and okay, just click OK. Okay, partition is complete. Now just the extension 4 and install now. Again, you choose where it come from, continue, click the universal and continue, and type again your identity. Right, name is Aziz, and the password Aziz, short password, that's short password that it's easy to remember, and continue. And again, this step is take a few minutes. You can make a coffee or tea, or you can eat some breakfast. And complete, restart now again, and go to boot and press enter. Go restart and boot again. And this step, Oh, this is the desktop of user interface of Ubuntu now. You can change the device CD drive to the Windows 7 for the installation because I want to Windows install Ubuntu with Windows. And now restart the system. This is the ISO file like the CD is with. Now restart. Okay, this is I pressed any key for the load for the CD because I just the CD with Windows 7. If you don't click any key, you will reboot with the Ubuntu key. Starting Windows again, and this step for the installation of Windows 7 again. Just your country and click. I just click next. I hit install now and starting setup, and you read the terms listen and click next, custom advanced, and choose the unallocated space and click next or click new and apply this partition for the Windows 7. Okay, next, and again this step it's take a few minutes. You can play music or singing and whatever you want, and I skip this step for the fastest, and Windows will reboot again and restart automatically. If you don't want, you just click restart now. Don't press any key because it's now the step for the Windows 7 installation. As Windows is starting again. And updating the system, register setting, and starting setup again and completing the installation, and this will reboot the system again for the last time. And again, you don't press any key because I want to put it for my hard drive, and Windows is starting now. And now Self is preparing your computer for the first use because this installation. And type your PC name, I this, and I click next. I don't get any password. Just click next, and asking later for the update, and choose the term where I come from and choose Jakarta. Okay, click next, and the public network, and finally this Windows installation. And welcome for your desktop, and this the end of the installation. If you don't believe the Dualboot, but is need to load it to the file group because if you reboot you cannot read the Ubuntu. You need to download the server like ECBCD, but you must connect to the internet. I connect with the proxy my system and click insert option, and you can download it the ECBCD for the bootloader. That's a simple software, or you can coding. Yes, you can coding manually, and just type the tinyurl.com/download ECBCD. Click enter and poof. And you can download for the waiting. Okay, now Softpedia Mirror UK for the expire. Your download is starting. If it don't start automatically, just click here. Click here. So this download, click save. File name is saved. Just waiting and open folder. I open the folder for the download file, and I run the ECBCD and I close all the windows. I just click next. I agree. Next again, and until finish your waiting installation. Close to all of Windows. Okay, just run the cd double click and click yes for the administration and click cool. Okay, close it. Okay, and you know this just do with Windows 7 and add new entry for the Ubuntu, Linux. Just group to the name what do you want, but I just the default and add entry. So the view setting that's added a new Linux. Okay, just now to restart your system and see what happened. Logging or shutting down, and don't press any key to see. Oh, this the Dualboot interface and choose the Linux for testing, test the Linux, and it's work. It's perfectly work. And I shouldn't can and restart again and just the Windows 7 for the test for make sure it works completely. And the push again, and I don't press any key. Oh, Windows 7, and Windows is starting now. And check, voila, place way and configuring the desktop. Welcome to your desktop. Okay, thank you. This is the end of the step, and thank you for watching my tutorial, and see you at the next tutorial with me, Ikhwan Aziz, Riwi Narno, and bye bye. Thank you.